Hello, beautiful people. This is Jayde, and we are right here in Times Square in the heart of New York City. And this is Kickin' It with Jayde.
I be riding on my vibe. I don't need no ghost sign. Solo flying through the sky. Watch me go, I'm on time. I don't need nobody else.
On this season of Kickin' It with Jayde, we are traveling all over America and South Africa, interviewing some of the most interesting personalities in music, in fashion, in art, and of course in sneaker culture.
I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down.
Beautiful people, you're watching Kickin' It with Jayde, and today we are kicking it with the one and only Paulina Lopez, the Director of Marketing for footwear giant Footlocker. Welcome, Queen. Thank you. So here. Listen, this is a booked and busy queen. Miami, New York, LA, all over the country. So the fact that we have her here is a very, very big deal. Anything for you. Anything for you. I cannot wait. Okay, I'm gonna get straight into it. First of all, where are we?
We are at Trophies Burgers. You can't think of LA sneaker culture without thinking of this establishment.
Yeah.
They're a staple in the community.
Yeah.
They're so active. They do so much work on behalf of the community, and they've collabed with like some amazing brands.
Yes.
And it's always loved here. This is where we meet before the function, after the function, and it really just, it's like a family spot where all meet together.
I love it. Shout out to Gio for letting us take over. I watched tons of your interviews in preparing for today's chat, and I loved your story so much. You went from first job as a server in order to buy kicks, to working at a Nike outlet, to your 10 years at Bacardi and working in the alcohol space, and now Director of Marketing Footlocker.
First of all, you're a pro. You did all your research. I love that you actually listen to all the interviews, because you're right, it could get a little repetitive, but it's been a crazy journey.
I want to know, starting from working in service, like serving food, dealing with horrible customers, dealing with great ones, to now we're also in a form of service. You work with a lot of people in your line of work. What are the lessons you learned in that first job that help you now in your career?
So let me start by saying that everyone at some point, ideally at the beginning of your first job, everyone should work retail, customer service, and wait tables.
Oh yeah.
The way that your brain has to be wired in order to keep up with 10, 15 tables, keep people happy.
And not lose your shit.
And not lose your shit. And problem solve actively. So if that dish came out wrong, if it was cold, if they don't like it, proactively coming up with solutions.
Exactly.
Remembering that, like, no matter what job you have, it's always customer service. This is customer service, right? So you have to be courteous, respectful. You might want to yell and scream, but do it in the back. And come back and put
like,
your...
hi, how can I help you?
So I don't think that I've ever forgotten the lessons from those early days of me serving tables and customer service, and like remembering that when you work in the service industry, you're one team. Whether the host at the front of the restaurant, the people in the back of the house, making the food, you have to build relationships and genuine relationships with everyone. And that relationship building, being tough and problem solving, talk to the highest of CEOs. They'll probably tell you the same
thing. 100%. It teaches you a lot. It also teaches you humility. Right? Because you can't come in with an ego, whether you're serving or in retail or even now as head of marketing. You can't be like, I'm that big. No. We're all here to help somebody and do our job. What I found so interesting was you said, even when you had Bacardi, and I'm sure you were making great money and you had the car and everything was amazing, you were always putting feelers out there with recruiters, especially for a job, just so that you would always be top of mind. Tell me your thought process behind that, because I know so many people that are in a job where they have a great salary, car, medical bills will be covered, insurance and all that, but they're absolutely miserable. How do you wrap your mind around, okay, everything is good here, but it could be better. Should I take the leap? Should I take that risk? Talk to me about that.
I think, you have to be real with yourself.
Yes.
So when I was in sales and Bacardi, it was a lot of nightlife, being out,
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
That's not who I am.
Yeah.
But I also come from a different school of thought, mentality, and because of where I'm from and raised, there was a lot of compromise. I think now there's a lot more openness about boundaries and not doing what you don't feel comfortable with.
Yep.
I don't come from that school of thought. We did whatever we have to do
Yeah.
because there is no backup
Yeah.
plan. The backup plan is a backup plan. So I don't want to say unhappy, just
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
For sure.
But the beauty of being uncomfortable is that you just become so much stronger.
Yeah.
And now I have this toolkit of things that I've gone through that I can apply later on. So with that said, it's like, okay, being comfortable is never a good thing.
Yeah.
The second that you're comfortable,
You stop growing and
you
learning.
stop growing.
Yeah.
It's a very dangerous place to be in.
Yeah.
So even interviewing, the way that you're interviewed shifts with the culture. It's like your traditional, okay, tell me everything about your career journey.
Yeah, yeah.
Depending on the level that you're at, they don't care that you have all these like bullet points,
Yep.
right? They care about your leadership
Yep.
because your functionality as you go up the ladder goes down. And your leadership and mentorship go up.
That's so true.
So it's not about, oh, I know how to work PowerPoint
Yes.
and Excel.
And I have this
and all these-
qualification and this qualification. No.
It's about your mentorship,
How are you here?
leadership skills. So again, all those specific things start to take a back seat. So you have to always stay on your toes. Apply for jobs, see how the requirements are changing in the workforce. We also don't think about that, right? Like
Yeah.
what a CEO
The
was
world is
required.
changing completely.
It was changing all the time.
AI is taking over. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And we are getting older. The kids are getting younger and smarter about how they go about work and making money. So we gotta stay up with them.
For
They
sure.
gotta stay up with us.
For sure.
So never stop interviewing, even if you don't actually apply for jobs.
Yeah.
Work on your interviewing skills. Always keep your resume sharp. You really never know when things are gonna change. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that what's also a great gem to steal from your career and your life is that you were constantly upskilling, right? So you got your degree in IT and then you said, yo, master's in marketing. And now, look at you now. So I think constantly empowering yourself with education, upskilling,
Yeah.
learning. You can always learn more, no matter how high up in your business you are. Keep learning and keep absorbing from people around you. I really want to touch on the fact that you grew up in Mexico City and you came here to the US to get an education and to now build an incredible life. I am from Zimbabwe and I relocated to South Africa to do the same, to get an education and to build a life. And I think there are so many people around the world that can relate to the story of being either a child of an immigrant or immigrating yourself and being a young person of color in a brand new world where we are entrepreneurs, right? We are making our own way in life. We are doing things our parents never thought were possible. Talk to me about your relationship with your parents as it relates to your career. Did they get it? Because I'm sure mom of color, even your dad is like, you're out every night in these clubs with this alcohol and these men. Surely it's dangerous. Is this a good line of work? Are you sure? Talk to me about that.
Well, my parents are my soulmates, first and foremost. There is nothing that I don't share, don't do with, invest with, travel, party, drink. My parents. I'm just by far. I adore them. They're my best friends. So they've always been ridiculously supportive almost.
Amazing.
As long as I'm happy. And the thing about my parents is that, for one, my mom is an incredible problem solver. So even when I'm dealing with something, she'll be like, okay, A and B.
Yes.
And not to be negative, but we always think of what is the absolute worst that can happen?
Yeah, we do that a lot.
But if the absolute worst that could happen is this, do it. If that is the absolute worst that could happen, and you're okay with that, try it.
Yeah.
Listen, I've lived 2 lives, 3 lives at this point. My life in Mexico City, my life now, my life 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm evolving. I'm not the same person.
Yeah.
So again, my mom, problem solver. There's nothing in this world that she cannot figure out.
Love it.
Literally. And then my dad is the most optimist person, right? So the ceiling could be literally just crumbling down, and my dad will be like, well, now we get to see the stars.
Oh man.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So special. Yeah.
So I have no excuse to not go out there and try it all.
Yeah.
And do it all.
Yeah.
And they taught me the lessons about having it all, losing it all. Money comes and goes.
Yeah.
And we're here for such a short period of time that enjoy it. The people, the losses, the wins.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy,
Yeah.
everything has a solution, and just be positive. That's it.
Oof, I love
know.
that.
Shout out to my parents.
Oh, shout out to
Love
them.
this.
That's super special. I think where we come from, especially in African culture and people of color, there's a lot more fear of the unknown.
Man.
You know, I mean, I went and got an honest degree in social work and psychology.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm going to be a model. Now I'm going to go into TV. And my parents were like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And not out of not wanting me to succeed or not wanting me to try. It's just out of the fear of nobody in our family has ever done that before. And we fear for our child that, are you going to be able to pay rent? Are you going to be safe?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think what's exciting is being part of this generation that shows it can be done, so that the next generations have it easier and family can be more supportive.
Yeah.
Like, okay, even if it all fucks out,
But you
we
know what,
got you. Yeah.
So my siblings are 26 at this point.
Okay.
I helped my mom raise them. So they're my babies.
Yeah.
So now I understand my parents so much more.
Yeah.
Because even though they're making these decisions that I don't agree with, as you get older, you become more apprehensive, right? All you want is for them to be happy
Yeah.
and successful. And you think, what about when I'm no longer here? Are they
Yeah.
going to be okay?
Yeah.
So I think that taught me a lot about what my parents' potential fears about my career choices or not came from.
Yeah.
Because I worry every
Yeah.
minute of the day
Yeah.
about these kids.
For sure.
So now I get it.
You get it. And you respect
I get
it and
it.
you appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it makes you appreciate even more how much
Even
faith
more.
they put in you. Be like, yo, we raised
Yeah.
her right, she's gonna be okay. I want to talk about career highs. You get to meet so many exciting people. I mean, I was even looking at the work that you've recently done at All-Star Weekend, where you guys took an entire building. And because it's a multi-brand store,
Yeah.
you know, Footlocker has everything. Adidas, Anta,
Yeah.
Converse,
Everything.
Jordan Brand. Being part of the team, because it's obviously not a one-person
No.
job, being part of the team that brings these incredible activations and experiences to life, and meet the people that you meet. Tell me some of maybe like a top 3 pinch me moments, like, I can't believe this is my life, that's associated with your job.
I mean, just honestly, everyone that I come across with, because it's such a surreal moment to have, like you said, it takes like thousands of us, you know, to make this work.
Yeah.
But all the work that you've put in, so we do the same thing that you do as far as like research.
Yeah.
So in order for us to build these beautiful experiences,
Yeah.
I gotta know who the person is.
Yep.
So that it makes sense with who they are, what their, you know, fan base and consumer expects
For
from
sure,
them.
for sure.
So it's just such an honor to be in spaces with really anybody and anybody. You either get to take one piece of advice from them,
Yes.
you know, whether it's like style or like life lessons,
Yes.
or what really I enjoy the most is meeting families. So when they come with their mom, their siblings, their grandmas, I've had so many great interactions because, you know, I'm such a like family driven person,
Yes.
and I have great conversations, not necessarily with the athletes, but the parents. Like grandmothers, just so many examples, and that's where like I kind of thrive, you know, and
Yeah.
I make sure that they feel comfortable. We take care of them, that they're seen and heard, because you know they roll deep
Yeah.
when they go to these big moments, and they bring everybody. So I'm more into the family dynamic sometimes
Yeah.
than the athletes, even though I feel a great honor to be, you know, in their space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. There's a consistent like theme and pattern through everything that you say, and it shows why you continue to be successful, grounded, hardworking, great, honest family values. When I was growing up, I was convinced that by the time I'm 30, I've already got a kid, I'm married, and hopefully have like a decent job. But being a career-driven woman actually wasn't where I was thinking, like what I was thinking when I was a child. And then I grew up and came into this industry and was like, oh wow, I can travel the world. I can work with these iconic brands. I can interview amazing people. That was never on the cards being a child growing up in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And now I'm like pushing in my mid-30s, no marriage, no kids, none of that, but an amazing career. Family, and I guess society and culture doesn't look at me necessarily as a success story in Africa. It's like, oh, but you don't have kids and you're not married. Oh, shame, you're still not married. It's like, yo, but I have this amazing career. Is it something that you can relate to being here in America and coming from Mexico and like,
Every day.
yeah.
But this is what I tell myself. At the end of the day, it's me. When I go to bed at night, it's me in my room by myself. So trying to meet expectations of other people. So when I need something, I go to me.
Yes.
When I'm happy, it's because of me. When I'm sad, it's because of me.
Yeah.
So I don't really let the pressure. I did though for a long time.
How do you switch that off? Is
I
it something that
just-
comes with wisdom and self-security and like,
Now that I'm older, I
yeah.
think I've never felt as confident as I do now
Yes.
at my age. When I was younger, I was gullible and like I was influenced easily
Yeah.
by people, friends.
You also
who's-
care a lot more when you're younger. You care
yeah.
what they think.
Now I really,
Now you're like, I really am, I'm fine.
I don't care.
Yes.
It makes you upset. I am sorry.
Yes.
But it,
Couldn't be bothered, babe.
that
Love
is
and
your,
light.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As long as I treat people nicely, that's it.
Yeah.
Whatever I do with my life, it's nobody's business.
I
It
completely
really
agree.
is. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're gonna have kids, and I just learned to, and the way that I deviate from conversations that I'm not comfortable with and topics, and I do the same. I don't know
Yeah.
how I do it.
Yeah.
I just simply
Just finesse out of it.
yeah.
On to the next.
Yeah, or you
Yeah.
know, women around us that have kids, and I would never ask to someone who has chosen the kid married life. When's your career coming?
Yo, exactly.
So, right? How
Yeah.
offended would someone be?
Exactly.
Or hurt?
Exactly.
Or just taken
But
by
the same
surprise?
consideration is not given
Never.
the other way. Because
Never.
it's like you're lesser of a woman for not pursuing that. Or do you know what I mean? It's
And-
like a pity or like a, oh, shame.
Yeah.
Oh.
And having kids is up to God,
Exactly.
or whomever you
Exactly.
believe in. Not all of us might have the ability to
Yeah.
have kids.
Yeah.
Having a career is
Yeah.
a controllable.
Yes.
Having kids is not.
Yes.
So asking me about something that I don't have full control
Yeah.
over,
Yep.
how keep
Don't
the same
make
energy.
mistakes, girl. Yeah.
You know?
I love that. I think every person that I've met along my US tour, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna meet Paulina. Every single one of them. We love her. She's
I
for the
love to hear
girls.
that. Yeah.
She's like, you are for the community. You constantly find ways to give back.
Yeah.
You know, and help the next woman in, right? Because it is a very male-dominated space. And not to say we're anti-men, you know,
No.
but you can be pro-female
Yeah.
and help make the journey for the next woman easier. What is the legacy you hope to leave behind?
So I read a note that it's always the first ones to walk through broken glass that bleed.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, say it again, girl. Say it again.
The first one to walk through broken glass is the one that bleeds. So obviously we all share the good times, the pretty times, the happy times. We don't share what we go through on a daily. And I've learned to just embrace that. And I'm starting to understand what my journey here, however long that is, it means. And that's it. So not only making spaces for women, but also educating men so that they can be advocates when we are not in the room, because that's going to be the reality. That's going to be the reality.
Completely.
So that's it. We gotta elevate each other, mention each other's names in the rooms.
Yes.
Give a little bit of advice of like, hey, I heard this. I feel like you might benefit from, even if it's like a quick sentence, a meme, a reel, you know, just always elevating, elevate. That's it.
I have such goosies, and I think it's so powerful to be a woman seeing someone like you actually doing things and doing it with the most genuine, amazing heart, the best morals, because the truth of the matter is we live in a world where there are a lot of people doing a lot of dodgy things, creating a successful facade of a life.
Yeah.
But you really are doing it, and you really are creating a successful life and career and opening the door for the next generation and making people's lives better and easier and happier. So it's such an honor to meet you and sit and talk with you and get the gems.
I know.
I'm such a fan, and I'm going to continue to look at what you're doing. And thank you so much. Amazing. I love you. So good. Oh, you're everything. Oh, now you eat us some burgers.
Oh, yes.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the season finale of Kicking It with Kim Jayde. We are filming right here in the beautiful Mother City for an episode you do not want to miss. Stay tuned. Youngster CPT in the building.
Salute.